never gonna see my husband again because he's gonna be living in this corner of the shop forever now. So that's great. I just helped him end our free time together. He got a new toy. And we're gonna try to figure out how to move it ourselves from there to back there where he's at right now. Okay, it was an adventure, but we got that wobbly shop table back in there. And now, just moving a bunch of scrap metal over there.
This makes me realize how much of a mess everything is.
Yeah, we need to sweep all this, but this will be a good little corner. Do you ever need to like vent stuff out? Because you have. No,
not unless it's summer and it's just really hot.
Yeah, I don't know anything about lathes at all.
Before anyone asks, I have no idea what I'm doing.
You don't want to talk about why you got it?
Pretty much, I'm just a big do-it-yourself type of guy. And I really enjoy, I guess, doing work on my own stuff.
Like making it your own.
Yeah, and making it my own and just kind of figuring it out. For a long time, a lot of years now, I've wanted to get a lathe and start doing my own barrel work and chambering and muzzle threading and action truing. I mean, you name it. I've wanted to try to kind of learn all that stuff, and just kind of a local guy, the right opportunity came up. A local guy here that actually did do some gunsmithing was moving and sold his lathe. So yeah, kind of worked out.
Yeah,
we ended up
just
getting
kind of
it.
happened.
I honestly don't know all that much about it. I know he did gunsmithing on it. I know it's not the fanciest. It doesn't have a digital readout or anything like that. It's going to be old school for me to learn on, but it'll be perfect. We got into it for the right price. It's a Birmingham 12 by 36. So I think it'll work.
2004.
It'll work, yeah. It'll work for what I want to do, and who knows, if things take off and I get to where I'm doing a lot, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I know eventually I'd love to step up to one with a digital readout or DRO. I know that would make a big difference, but for now, this will be more than enough for me to learn on because I know next to nothing. Like everything I know right now is from YouTube, and thankfully I have a couple friends that have lathes that are willing to kind of teach me and show me some stuff. So I'm not totally without a mentor.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
But it's its own thing, it's its own trade pretty much. So there's probably a lot to learn. But here it is again for if you didn't see it. So I don't know if you heard him, but he mentioned that it's facing the wrong way. So maybe we can figure out a way to like gently turn it somehow, flip it around. Leave it to me. I always got to get my hands dirty and not remember to put my freaking gloves on.
Several days later.
Okay, so
Sorry.
we're back in the shop And there's a lot going on in here, and there's gonna be some big drastic changes coming to the lathe.
I've got my first allergic reaction going on of the year.
It looks like it. It almost looks like the heat, like a heat rash.
I don't know what's going on, I swear. This project is turning into the project that doesn't ever end, I swear.
It always does with you, though. I'm not surprised. This is what he does.
Tell the people
he's
that.
a perfectionist, so when he gets something, especially if he's new to it, he'll get something, have a plan, and then it happens, and he's sitting there staring at it, and he'll sit there and zone out for like 15 minutes staring at it, and then he comes up with this crazy thing, and then we have to do this, and then we have to do this.
You can't say I'm a perfectionist when you're
I'm glad you're a perfectionist.
No, you can't say that when you're about to show the people my work.
He is a perfectionist and a professional.
I'm not a farmer, but my work is a farmer.
My work is a farmer.
But no, we tried to get by.
A couple weeks ago, what is the whole goal here? To level it, correct?
Yeah, we just set the lathe on the cabinets on the floor. I never even gave it any thought in what it was gonna take to level it, or if it was gonna need leveled. Well, the cabinets actually sat really good because that's a nice piece of concrete right there where we put it.
Yeah.
The cabinets sat nice and flat, but the lathe had just a little bit of bed twist in it. So
that's bad.
Then it turned into, I was just gonna put leveling feet in the holes that are already there. But I didn't really love that idea because the holes are so close together, it made me a little bit worried. But I did it anyway because I knew if I didn't do that, it was gonna be a lot bigger project.
Yeah.
So I put the leveling feet in there. Well, that didn't work. The lathe isn't heavy enough to get the twist out of it. So now we're doing what I should have done at the very, very start. But instead I did about 4 steps up to this point. But we're putting on some really stout
heavy duty
angle iron for legs that's gonna spread the legs out really far. So we've already got our legs made. They're not painted or anything, but here's what we're gonna do for legs. We're just gonna put them on like so. Yeah. I'll just weld them onto the sides, and then I've got leveling feet that I made in the lathe that turned out pretty good. We'll put those in there. I'm hoping, with how stout this stuff is, I mean this stuff is
he's
heavy.
making it look easy, but I can't even lift this up with one hand.
Stuff's heavy.
That is heavy.
And it's gonna have one on each side of both cabinets. That ought to add a significant amount of weight.
Stoutness. What do you think? What do you have to say? Do you like it? She keeps hanging out right next to him while he's grinding this, and I have to get her away.
Fingers crossed this is gonna work because I've had that lathe off these cabinets like 4 times.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of taking it apart. But I really hope this is gonna work because if this doesn't work, I don't honestly even know. The only thing I know to do then is put Quikrete in the bottoms of them cabinets to add more weight to them.
You did mention that.
We've got the legs made. We've got the cabinets made up, or cleaned up. Well, not cleaned up. I've got one of them ready to weld on, but we're gonna end up sanding these and painting them before we put them on. But I wanna get these legs on first. So we're ready to weld these on. We're getting the welder set up. We're gonna move these cabinets over and see if we can't tack a leg on each side of the one cabinet and just make sure it kind of works out how we're thinking. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do now.
He's getting started, and I just want to pop on here and say I am in shock that those tacks, that's what he said, held that heavy thing up there. I'm gonna keep the dogs away from him while he's welding, but here he goes. Raining.
Yeah, it is.
It was not supposed to rain today.
Hello? Okay, you can show the people this well, but not this one.
All right, we're professionals, guys.
Don't look at this one.
Don't look over there. Stop.
It'll work.
Yeah. So now we have to flip it on its side?
I'm gonna flip it on its side and weld this other one just to be easy.
Well, fast forward a lot.
Yeah.
You guys probably
Somebody forgot the camera.
You guys probably saw a short video of me making progress sanding this before it was painted. And then he painted it, and I think it looks really nice.
These were a little bit beat up, so I really wanted to cover him up. That's cool, though.
We're going to move it to its
now we just need
place and try to
doing?
mount everything.
Yeah, we're going to move this over there. And I got to go up there and change what's holding that light on.
That's how he screwed those in last night. We did not film that because it was a little sketchy.
Not OSHA proof.
Yeah.
I got to go back up there and change those hangers because I didn't do a permanent job. I did a very temporary job to make sure it was going to work.
How did we do this before? Didn't we both mess with it?
It's fine. Yours made
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot.
You missed it. She was clear up on the top. But it just leaned right here.
Just asking for it. Asking for pure chaos, leaving anything out for the cats to get a hold of. Oh, is it just like a... Oh, yep, has the bubble in it and everything. Oh.
Well, but this is a precision level.
What's
I just want
the
to at least
difference?
get it somewhat decent. This one's like super precise and really sensitive.
Did you hear that?
Very precise.
Needs to be more level than anything has ever been level before.
Yes. Not necessarily level,
But not twisted.
not twisted. Yeah. Don't get it twisted.
Literally. That's not even moving yet. Okay, moment of truth.
We did it.
You said the difference is...
Yeah, the whole point of doing this was this bed had just a tiny bit, I'm all dirty now, but this bed had just a tiny bit of twist in it. Like the tiniest bit. It actually was really straight. And yeah. The cabinets, this whole thing's just not heavy enough to pull that twist out. If you tried to level it, it would just lift the whole thing. It wouldn't actually help it twist any. But by spreading those feet out, and that angle iron's pretty heavy.
It is.
Adding that extra weight to it, it did just enough. We've got it to under 1,000 of twist between both ends. So
And he said
yeah, we'll leave it sit
freak
overnight.
out. Yeah.
Let it relax now that we just moved it all that much. So we'll let it sit overnight and relax. And I'll put some weight in these cabinets. That'll help settle everything down too. So we'll check it again tomorrow, but I can already tell that made a big difference because you really couldn't even move that bubble before by adjusting the feet.
Right. Yeah.
It didn't even make a difference. But by spreading them out that wide, it seemed to make a difference. So yeah.
Man, these little shop lights are from Amazon. $40, 45 bucks for 4 of them. And those are bright little suckers.
We have some adjusting. Whoa.
Well,
We have some adjusting to do, but
yeah, he's gonna get a...
That you had.
He's gonna make it to where you can...
it's going to be kind of goofy, but it'll
Adjust
work.
it.
We're just going to pull it to the wall with another set of deals.
Yeah.
That way we can kind of adjust where
I
we
couldn't
want
think
it.
of that word, deals.
A little bit goofy, but it's going to work. It's definitely brighter over here.
Yay! So overall...
Success. I'm going to call it a success. It's not spot on perfect, but I mean...
But it will be.
It might even be a half thou.
Yeah.
It's close. Very, very close. So I'm calling it a success.
Yay! Well, guys, we noticed that a few hundred of you guys hopped over to this channel from the main channel, from the farm channel, And we appreciate that a lot. It was really surprising to see that many of you guys. But we're going to wrap this one up. I won't do an outro where I voice over and talk your head off because this is his channel. So he can talk your head off. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching. Hit subscribe, like, all of the things. Cats are breaking stuff. Oh, yep, I see her falling down over there. And she says bye, I guess.
We'll see how long it is before I'm brave enough to post a video of me actually doing something on here. I've ran it a little bit so far and it's went really well, but man, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning as I go. So
I'll film him.
Yeah, nobody judge. Hey, and if anyone has advice, if there's anyone else that is a machinist, does machine work, I'm lucky. We're lucky. There's a guy here in town that's very knowledgeable that is helping out.
And that's why you're doing this too.
Yeah, if any of you guys have experience or knowledgeable, man,
don't be
comment.
scared. Yeah.
I'm open to any and all advice, thoughts, opinions. I mean, I'm just dipping my feet in this.
Yeah.
Just getting started. Like, I know next to nothing. So
He's excited.
I'm excited, very excited. Something I've wanted to do for a long time. So no, thank you guys a ton. Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next one.
See you later.
Okay, goodbye.